If you're a man concerned about declining energy, reduced vitality, or fertility issues, and you've been wondering whether there are natural dietary approaches that can actually make a meaningful difference, I need you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to share with you today. There are 5 specific foods that have been scientifically proven to boost testosterone levels, improve sperm quality, enhance fertility, increase energy and vitality, and support overall men's health in ways that most people never realize. I'm Dr. James Whittaker, a board-certified physician with over 20 years of clinical experience, and today I'm going to reveal these 5 powerful foods. I'm going to explain the exact mechanisms by which they improve men's health based on peer-reviewed research. I'm going to tell you how much of each food you need to consume to see real benefits. And I'm going to give you practical strategies for incorporating these foods into your daily diet so you can experience improvements in energy, vitality, and reproductive health starting within just a few weeks. Before we dive into this life-changing information, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any of my evidence-based health content. And I want you to drop a comment below letting me know what country you're watching from and whether you're currently dealing with low energy, reduced vitality, or fertility concerns, because I love connecting with viewers around the world who are seeking natural science-backed solutions to important health challenges. Now, let me start by telling you about David, a 38-year-old software engineer who came to see me about 14 months ago because he and his wife had been trying to conceive for over 2 years without success. David had undergone semen analysis testing, which revealed that his sperm count was below normal, his sperm motility, which is the percentage of sperm that swim properly, was significantly impaired, and his sperm morphology, which refers to the percentage of normally shaped sperm, was also suboptimal. David's urologist had told him that his sperm parameters were consistent with male factor infertility and had recommended proceeding directly to assisted reproductive technologies like intrauterine insemination or in vitro fertilization. David and his wife weren't opposed to these interventions, but they wanted to know if there was anything he could do naturally to improve his sperm quality before resorting to expensive and invasive fertility treatments. David's urologist had told him there really wasn't much he could do other than avoiding hot tubs and tight underwear, and that diet and lifestyle changes probably wouldn't make a significant difference. David wasn't satisfied with this answer, which is why he sought a second opinion from me. When I evaluated David comprehensively, including detailed nutritional assessment, I discovered that his diet was severely lacking in several key nutrients that are absolutely critical for sperm production and male reproductive health. His diet consisted primarily of processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and very few of the nutrient-dense whole foods that support optimal testosterone production and sperm health. I worked with David to completely restructure his diet with a focus on incorporating the 5 foods I'm going to share with you today. And we also addressed some other lifestyle factors, including sleep, stress, and environmental toxin exposure. Within 4 months of implementing these dietary changes, David had a repeat semen analysis, and the results were remarkable. His sperm count had increased by over 60%, his motility had improved from 32% to 58%, and his morphology had improved from 4% normal forms to 9% normal forms. These improvements moved David from the infertile range into the normal fertile range, and 2 months later, his wife became pregnant naturally without any need for fertility treatments. David and his wife now have a healthy baby boy, and David credits the dietary changes we implemented as the key factor that made the difference. Now, David's story illustrates a critical point that most doctors either don't know or don't bother to communicate to their patients. Nutrition has a profound impact on men's hormonal health, energy levels, and fertility, and strategic dietary changes can produce dramatic improvements in these areas within just a few months. The challenge is that most men have no idea which specific foods are most beneficial or how to incorporate them effectively into their daily eating patterns. So let me walk you through the 5 most powerful foods for boosting men's vitality and fertility, starting with number 5 and working toward the most important and most effective option. Food number 5 is oysters, and these shellfish have been considered an aphrodisiac and fertility enhancer for centuries. But now we have scientific evidence explaining exactly why oysters are so beneficial for men's health. Oysters are the richest natural food source of zinc, a mineral that is absolutely critical for testosterone production, sperm formation, and overall male reproductive function. Just 3 ounces of oysters, which is about 2 medium-sized oysters, provides approximately 74 milligrams of zinc, which is more than 6 times the recommended daily allowance for men. Zinc is required for the enzyme systems that produce testosterone in the Leydig cells of your testicles, and zinc deficiency is one of the most common nutritional causes of low testosterone and impaired fertility. Research published in the journal Nutrition found that men with low zinc levels have significantly lower testosterone, reduced sperm counts, and impaired sperm motility compared to men with adequate zinc levels. In supplementation studies, men who increased their zinc intake from deficient levels to adequate levels experienced significant improvements in testosterone production and sperm parameters within just 3 to 6 months. Beyond zinc, oysters also provide high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, selenium, and other micronutrients that support reproductive health. The amino acids in oysters provide the building blocks for testosterone synthesis and sperm production. The omega-3s reduce inflammation and support hormonal balance. The B12 is essential for energy production and nervous system function, and the selenium acts as a powerful antioxidant protecting sperm from oxidative damage. Now, I understand that not everyone enjoys eating oysters, and they can be expensive and not readily available in all locations. If you're not going to eat oysters regularly, you can get similar zinc benefits from other zinc-rich foods like beef, lamb, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, or from a high-quality zinc supplement providing 15 to 30 milligrams of elemental zinc daily. However, if you do enjoy oysters and have access to them, consuming them once or twice per week can provide a significant boost to your zinc status and support optimal testosterone and fertility. The key is ensuring you're getting adequate zinc from some source because this mineral is absolutely non-negotiable for male reproductive health. Food number 4 is Brazil nuts, and these large, creamy nuts from South America are one of the most concentrated food sources of selenium, another critical mineral for men's health that most men don't consume in adequate amounts. Selenium is essential for testosterone biosynthesis, sperm formation and maturation, sperm motility and the ability of sperm to swim properly, and protection of sperm from oxidative damage. Selenium is incorporated into specialized proteins called selenoproteins that function as powerful antioxidants in the male reproductive tract, protecting sperm cells from the damaging effects of reactive oxygen species and free radicals. Research has shown that men with low selenium levels have significantly reduced sperm quality, and selenium supplementation has been demonstrated to improve sperm motility and morphology in multiple clinical trials. A study published in the Journal of Andrology found that men who supplemented with selenium for 3 months experienced significant improvements in sperm motility and increased the percentage of sperm with normal morphology. Now, here's what makes Brazil nuts so special. Just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day provides approximately 100 to 200 micrograms of selenium, which is the optimal daily intake for supporting male reproductive health. This makes Brazil nuts one of the most efficient and cost-effective ways to ensure adequate selenium intake. However, it's important not to overdo it with Brazil nuts, because selenium can be toxic in excessive amounts. Consuming more than 4 or 5 Brazil nuts per day on a regular basis can lead to selenium toxicity with symptoms including hair loss, brittle nails, digestive issues, and neurological problems. The sweet spot is 1 to 2 Brazil nuts per day, which you can easily incorporate into your diet as a snack, added to oatmeal or yogurt, or included in a trail mix. Beyond selenium, Brazil nuts also provide healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that support cardiovascular health and hormone production, fiber for digestive health, and various other minerals including magnesium and copper. If you're not going to eat Brazil nuts, you can obtain selenium from other food sources like wild-caught salmon, tuna, eggs, and chicken, or from a selenium supplement providing 100 to 200 micrograms daily. But Brazil nuts are by far the most concentrated and convenient source. Food number 3 is pomegranate, and this ancient fruit has been revered for thousands of years as a symbol of fertility and vitality, and modern scientific research has confirmed that pomegranates have powerful effects on men's hormonal and sexual health. Pomegranates are extraordinarily rich in polyphenol antioxidants, particularly punicalagins and anthocyanins, that have multiple beneficial effects on male reproductive function. First, these antioxidants reduce oxidative stress throughout the body and specifically in the male reproductive tract, protecting sperm from DNA damage and improving sperm quality. Second, pomegranate compounds have been shown to increase testosterone levels by reducing the activity of an enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen, allowing more testosterone to remain active in your system. Third, pomegranate improves blood flow and endothelial function, which is critical for erectile function and overall cardiovascular health. Research published in the International Journal of Impotence Research found that men who consume pomegranate juice daily for several weeks experience significant improvements in erectile function compared to those who consumed a placebo beverage. Another study in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that pomegranate supplementation increased salivary testosterone levels and improved mood and well-being in both men and women. The mechanism involves pomegranate's ability to reduce oxidative stress, which otherwise impairs testosterone production, and to inhibit aromatase, the enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. For men concerned about maintaining optimal testosterone levels, especially as they age and aromatase activity tends to increase, pomegranate can be a valuable dietary addition. The most convenient way to incorporate pomegranate into your diet is through pure pomegranate juice, not pomegranate juice cocktail, which is mostly sugar water with minimal actual pomegranate content. I recommend 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily, consumed in the morning or early afternoon, since it does contain natural sugars that provide energy. You can also eat fresh pomegranate seeds, which have the added benefit of providing fiber, or you can use pomegranate extract supplements standardized to 40% punicalagins if you prefer a more concentrated form. The key is consistency. The benefits accumulate over time with regular consumption, so pomegranate should become a daily part of your routine rather than something you consume occasionally. Food number 2 is wild-caught fatty fish, particularly salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. And these fish are absolute powerhouses for supporting men's hormonal health, cardiovascular function, and fertility. The primary beneficial compounds in fatty fish are omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA, which stands for eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, which stands for docosahexaenoic acid, stands for docosahexaenoic acid. And these omega-3s have profound effects on men's health through multiple mechanisms. First, omega-3 fatty acids are the primary structural component of sperm cell membranes, and adequate omega-3 intake is essential for producing sperm with healthy, flexible membranes that allow proper motility and the ability to fertilize an egg. Studies have shown that men with higher omega-3 levels in their semen have significantly better sperm counts, motility, and morphology compared to men with lower omega-3 levels. Second, omega-3s reduce inflammation throughout the body, and chronic inflammation is a major factor that impairs testosterone production, damages sperm, and contributes to erectile dysfunction. By reducing inflammatory compounds like prostaglandins and cytokines, omega-3s create a more favorable hormonal environment. Third, omega-3 fatty acids improve cardiovascular health by reducing blood pressure, improving cholesterol profiles, reducing triglycerides, and enhancing endothelial function. And since erectile function depends entirely on adequate blood flow, these cardiovascular benefits directly translate to better sexual function. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that men who consumed higher amounts of omega-3 fatty acids had significantly higher testosterone levels compared to men with lower omega-3 intake. Another study in the journal Andrology found that omega-3 supplementation improves sperm count, concentration, motility, and morphology in men with infertility. The recommended intake of omega-3 fatty acids for optimal men's health is approximately 2 to 3 grams per day of combined EPA and DHA, which you can obtain by consuming fatty fish 3 to 4 times per week, with each serving being approximately 4 to 6 ounces. Wild-caught salmon, sardines, mackerel, and anchovies are the best choices because they're high in omega-3s while being relatively low in mercury and other contaminants compared to larger predatory fish like tuna. If you're not going to eat fatty fish regularly, I strongly recommend supplementing with a high-quality fish oil, providing at least 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily, taken with meals to enhance absorption and reduce any fishy aftertaste. The omega-3 content of fish and fish oil supplements can vary considerably, so it's important to read labels carefully and choose products that have been third-party tested for purity and potency. Beyond omega-3s, fatty fish also provide high-quality protein, vitamin D, which is critical for testosterone production, selenium, B vitamins including B12 and niacin, and various other nutrients that support overall health and vitality. Making fatty fish a regular part of your diet, at least 3 times per week, is one of the single most impactful dietary changes you can make for supporting optimal men's health. Now let me reveal food number 1, the most powerful and most important food for boosting men's vitality and fertility. And this is a food that has been extensively researched and has consistently shown remarkable benefits across multiple aspects of men's health. Food number 1 is dark leafy greens, particularly spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens. And while these vegetables might not seem as exotic or interesting as oysters or pomegranates, the scientific evidence for their benefits is absolutely compelling. Dark leafy greens are incredibly rich in magnesium, a mineral that is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including the enzymes responsible for testosterone production. Research has shown that magnesium supplementation significantly increases both total and free testosterone levels, with the greatest increases seen in men who exercise regularly. A study published in Biological Trace Element Research found that men who supplemented with magnesium for 4 weeks experienced significant increases in both total and free testosterone compared to placebo. The mechanism involves magnesium's ability to reduce the binding of testosterone to sex hormone binding globulin, allowing more free, biologically active testosterone to circulate in your bloodstream. Beyond magnesium, dark leafy greens are also extremely rich in folate, a B vitamin that is absolutely critical for DNA synthesis and cell division, processes that are essential for sperm production. Men with low folate levels have been shown to have increased rates of chromosomal abnormalities in their sperm, which can lead to infertility or increased risk of miscarriage. Folate works synergistically with zinc to support optimal sperm production, and studies have found that combined supplementation with folate and zinc produces greater improvements in sperm parameters than either nutrient alone. Dark leafy greens also provide nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates blood vessels and improves blood flow throughout your body, including to the reproductive organs. Enhanced blood flow means better erectile function, better nutrient and oxygen delivery to the testes for optimal sperm production, and improved overall cardiovascular health. Research has shown that dietary nitrate intake from vegetables like spinach and arugula improves endothelial function and erectile response. Additionally, dark leafy greens are loaded with antioxidants, including vitamin C, vitamin E, beta-carotene, and various polyphenols that protect sperm from oxidative damage. Oxidative stress is one of the primary factors that damages sperm DNA, impairs motility, and reduces fertilization potential, and consuming a diet rich in antioxidants from colorful vegetables and fruits is one of the most effective ways to combat this damage. To get maximum benefit from dark leafy greens, I recommend consuming at least 2 to 3 cups of raw greens, or 1 to 1.5 cups of cooked greens daily. This might sound like a lot, but it's actually quite easy to achieve by having a large salad with lunch or dinner, adding spinach or kale to smoothies, sautéing greens as a side dish, or incorporating them into omelets, soups, or stir-fries. The key is variety and consistency. Rotate between different types of greens to get a broader spectrum of nutrients, and make them a non-negotiable part of your daily eating pattern, rather than something you have occasionally. Dark leafy greens are also incredibly nutrient-dense while being very low in calories, making them ideal for supporting overall health, maintaining healthy body weight, and reducing inflammation, all of which contribute to optimal men's vitality and fertility. Now let me give you a practical daily eating plan that incorporates all 5 of these powerful foods in realistic, sustainable ways. For breakfast, prepare a vegetable omelet using 3 eggs. which provide high-quality protein, and cholesterol, which is the precursor for testosterone synthesis, loaded with spinach and other vegetables, and have it with a side of fresh berries and 1 to 2 Brazil nuts. For a mid-morning snack, have 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice or eat fresh pomegranate seeds mixed into Greek yogurt, which provides additional protein and probiotics. For lunch, have a large salad with mixed dark leafy greens including spinach, kale, and arugula, topped with grilled wild-caught salmon or sardines for your omega-3 fatty acids, and dressed with extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice. For an afternoon snack, have a small handful of pumpkin seeds or cashews which provide additional zinc. For dinner, have a palm-sized portion of grass-fed beef or pasture-raised chicken, which provides protein, zinc, and B vitamins, with a generous serving of sautéed Swiss chard or collard greens, and once or twice per week, replace the meat with oysters when available. This eating pattern provides consistent daily intake of all the key nutrients that support optimal testosterone production, sperm quality, energy, and overall men's vitality, and it's built around whole, unprocessed foods rather than relying on supplements. Although targeted supplementation can certainly be beneficial as well. Now, beyond these 5 specific foods, there are several other dietary and lifestyle factors that are critically important for men's health and fertility. First, you need to minimize or eliminate consumption of foods and substances that actively harm hormonal health and fertility. This includes excessive alcohol consumption, which directly impairs testosterone production and damages sperm, processed foods high in trans fats, and refined vegetable oils, which promote inflammation and hormonal disruption, sugar and refined carbohydrates, which cause insulin resistance that impairs testosterone production, soy products containing phytoestrogens that can interfere with male hormones when consumed in large amounts, and foods contaminated with endocrine-disrupting chemicals like pesticides and plastics. Second, maintaining a healthy body weight is absolutely critical because excess body fat, particularly visceral fat around the abdomen, produces an enzyme called aromatase that converts testosterone into estrogen. Men who are overweight or obese have significantly lower testosterone levels and worse sperm quality compared to men at healthy weights. And losing excess body fat through diet and exercise can dramatically improve hormonal health. Third, regular exercise, particularly resistance training and high-intensity interval training, has been shown to boost testosterone levels, improve sperm quality, and enhance overall vitality. However, excessive endurance exercise without adequate recovery can actually suppress testosterone and impair fertility, so balance and recovery are important. Fourth, adequate sleep of 7 to 9 hours per night is essential because testosterone production and sperm maturation occur primarily during deep sleep. Men who chronically sleep less than 7 hours per night have significantly lower testosterone levels and reduced sperm production compared to those who get adequate sleep. Fifth, stress management is crucial because chronic psychological stress elevates cortisol, a stress hormone that directly suppresses testosterone production and impairs sperm quality. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, spending time in nature, and maintaining strong social connections can help manage stress levels. Sixth, minimizing exposure to environmental toxins, including pesticides, heavy metals, phthalates from plastics, and other endocrine-disrupting chemicals is important for protecting reproductive health. This means choosing organic produce when possible, using glass or stainless steel containers instead of plastic, filtering your drinking water, and being mindful of personal care products that may contain harmful chemicals. Now let me come back to David's story and give you specific details about his complete protocol and his timeline for improvements. When I first evaluated David, his diet consisted primarily of fast food, frozen dinners, breakfast cereals, and very few whole foods. He was consuming almost no dark leafy greens, no fatty fish, no nuts or seeds, and very little fresh fruit. His zinc and selenium levels were low when we tested them. His omega-3 index, which measures the percentage of omega-3s in red blood cell membranes, was in the deficient range, and his overall antioxidant status was poor. We completely restructured his diet following the principles I've outlined, ensuring daily consumption of dark leafy greens, fatty fish at least 3 times per week, pomegranate juice daily, Brazil nuts daily, and oysters once per week when available. We also had him supplement with zinc at 30 milligrams daily, a high-quality fish oil providing 3 grams of omega-3s daily, and a comprehensive multivitamin providing folate and other key nutrients. Within 6 weeks, David reported feeling significantly more energetic and noticing improvements in libido and sexual function. At 3 months, his repeat blood work showed that his zinc and selenium levels had normalized, his omega-3 index had improved from 4% to 7%, which is in the healthy range, and his inflammatory markers had decreased. At 4 months, his repeat semen analysis showed the dramatic improvements I mentioned earlier, with sperm count increasing from 15 million per milliliter to 25 million, motility improving from 32% to 58%, and morphology improving from 4% to 9%. These improvements meant that David went from having male factor infertility to having normal fertile sperm parameters, and 2 months later his wife became pregnant naturally. David continues to maintain these dietary habits because he feels so much better overall, with more energy, better mood, better sleep, and better physical performance in addition to the fertility benefits. Now, I want to address some common questions and concerns that men have about dietary interventions for fertility and vitality. First, many men ask how long it takes to see improvements. The timeline depends on what you're measuring, but for subjective improvements in energy and vitality, most men notice benefits within 4 to 6 weeks. For improvements in sperm parameters, you need to allow at least 3 months because that's approximately how long the complete cycle of spermatogenesis takes from the initial production of sperm cells to their full maturation. This means that the sperm you produce today reflects your nutritional status and lifestyle habits from 3 months ago. So you need to maintain optimal nutrition consistently for at least 3 months before you'll see the full benefits reflected in semen analysis results. Second, men often ask whether they need to incorporate all 5 of these foods or whether focusing on just 1 or 2 will be sufficient. The reality is that these foods work synergistically, each providing different nutrients that support different aspects of men's health, so incorporating all 5 will give you the best results. However, if you can only realistically add 1 or 2 of these foods to your diet, prioritize dark leafy greens and fatty fish, as these provide the broadest range of benefits. Third, some men worry about the cost of eating this way, particularly organic produce and wild-caught fish, which can be expensive. While it's true that high-quality whole foods cost more than processed junk food, the investment in your health is absolutely worth it, and there are ways to make it more affordable. Frozen wild-caught salmon and sardines are much less expensive than fresh and have equivalent nutritional value. Frozen organic spinach and other greens are typically cheaper than fresh and can be easily added to smoothies or cooked dishes. Buying Brazil nuts, pumpkin seeds, and other nuts and seeds in bulk reduces costs significantly. And remember that improving your fertility naturally can save you tens of thousands of dollars in fertility treatments and assisted reproductive technology procedures. Fourth, men ask whether they should also take supplements in addition to eating these foods. My philosophy is that food should always be the foundation, but targeted supplementation can be beneficial for nutrients that are difficult to obtain in adequate amounts from food alone. The supplements I most commonly recommend for men concerned about vitality and fertility include a high-quality fish oil if you're not eating fatty fish regularly, zinc if your intake from food is inadequate, vitamin D if your blood level is below optimal range, and a comprehensive multivitamin that provides B vitamins, including folate. I hope this video has given you valuable, actionable information that you can implement immediately to boost your energy, vitality, and fertility through strategic dietary changes. These 5 foods, dark leafy greens, fatty fish, pomegranates, Brazil nuts, and oysters, have powerful effects on testosterone production, sperm quality, energy levels, and overall men's health. And incorporating them into your daily eating pattern can produce remarkable improvements within just a few months. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm share this information with other men who need it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss future videos where I'll continue sharing evidence-based strategies for optimizing men's health. Drop a comment below and let me know what country you're watching from, and let me know which of these 5 foods you're already eating and which ones you're planning to add to your diet. I read every comment, and I love hearing from viewers about your experiences and your questions. If there are specific men's health topics you want me to cover in future videos, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to address them. Share this video with any men you know who are dealing with low energy, reduced vitality, or fertility concerns, because this information could genuinely make a life-changing difference. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next video.